Alright, thank you all for bearing with me. I think I got the stuff set up now. It is 1963. Welcome everyone. Hey Caroline, hey Jamie, hey Game Boy. Hey Laria. Hey SB and DK. Keep that looping. Still... Just didn't realize the extent to which I'd run out of time. Alright, Hey Kaya. Alright, we got Gaucho. But yeah, it's 1963 in pinball, and we're gonna see some features show up for the first time. Wait. Okay. Oh, wow, This is not capturing. Another thing that happened today is that I updated to the latest beta of VPX, and now I gotta figure out how to capture that. It's not doing the usual thing. I can capture my desktop, but that's messed up. See if a game capture thing will do this. Okay. All right. Yeah, so there was a VPX 10.8 release candidate. And I figured, hey, maybe I'll stop seeing those glitches during multiball if I update my VPX, which would be great because we got some multiball today. Thank you. All right. Am I set up now? Am I set up now? All right, it's capturing. That's good. All right. Dings. All right, so we're starting with this one. We've got roto targets. We've got things that can multiply them by up to 100. We've got flippers that I'm not getting on the ball. those advanced lanes to try to... Okay. So we've got the left roto target,
Destroy the ring!
which now says star. See what happens if I hit star. Oh, it's gone. Never mind. Imagine if I could flip the ball. Okay, turning it down. Yeah, that's... Oh wow, that's capturing really loud. Okay. Okay, well, I got to flip a few times on that last one. Ah. Right. I remember. Gaucho 63, because there's a better known Gaucho later. There we go. Okay. I have my stuff together. How's everyone's evening going? Alright, let's get those points one at a time, or maybe even 50 at a time. You know what's interesting? I don't know if it was supposed to, but it feels like those lights, those 100x lights, did not reset between games. Yeah. Imagine if I ever hit the roto targets, though. I could get 300 points if I just hit a roto target. Oh, the Link to the Past Random race went okay, but I lost. Also, I might be confusing this table with the 70s table called Rancho. Maybe that's why I thought the name needed to be distinguished. Okay. We got a sling for 10. Well, going down the out lane for 100, yeah. Now, whereas this is a particular kind of VPX design, it plays fast and mean with the same kind of table angle and physics that you'd expect from a table with longer flippers. So it's possible that a real version of this machine would be kinder, or it's possible that not. I've encountered some really mean classic machines. Come on, hit a freaking roto. Yeah, like imagine if the slings were a little weaker. That would change everything. There it is! Okay. Oh, I'm scoring all the replays now. I assume that there's a one light that failed to light up. $16.20. Want to adjust some other things. Oh wow, this is new. And change tone mappers. That's interesting. I can make it a little brighter. Difficulty. I feel like this would change the table angle if people ever put configurable table angle in their thing. I'm gonna do one more game on this. Oh, great ball. I like this tone mapper option. So yeah, I'm experimenting with the VPX 10.8 release candidate. And I had not expected it to be so much more difficult to capture, but it's working. Okay. I'm probably confusing it with Rancho. One more ball. Oh. Is that what the star is? Is the star an extra ball? Got other tables we can move on to, including this next one is one I really enjoy. Williams Big Deal with 1, 2, 3, 4 drop targets. Previously, we haven't seen any drop targets. There was a table in 1962 that is credited as having the first drop target, and it was just one of them. And I forget the name of the table already. And like before that, there were sort of proto drop targets, but it would be like you'd hit a thing, and a thing behind it would drop into the table. The Big Deal is going to have 4 drop targets, and it's going to have the kind of absolute choosing chaos lower table layout that I enjoy about 60s pinball. Crafty. All right. So yeah, the thing that I find fascinating about this table is this huge pillow bumper between the flippers. Like, the flippers are really far apart, but you've got a thing between that can save them. And it's kind of huge, but also, you better get it back to a flipper. Burrito bumper. Yuck. Now, if I ever hit that last drop target, I would light up a card. I don't know if cards are important for anything but replays, but also I'm not lighting up any cards. Feels like a lot of the scoring happens in those top lanes, but unfortunately there's no way to get it back up there, so you gotta skill shot it. And the middle at least is worth... Come on. The middle is at least worth 50 points. And there's... The sides are 50 points when lit, but of course they're gonna switch it on you when you hit the bumpers next to it. There's a 50. Wow, I actually got it trapped. Well, I did not use that opportunity well. So I guess besides the top lanes, another thing you want to go for is these rollovers. I'm trying to figure out where the points are on this table. Okay, and the cards, the drop targets are worth 50 points, but also a little risky. Okay, we got a bumper on. That'll help. Yeah, so we've got that top rollover that turns on the bumpers, but the bottom rollover turns them off. Well, almost felt like I could save that one. I'm gonna try to hit, to the extent that I can, I'm gonna try to, nope, never mind. I want to try to at least see if I can light up a card. You'd expect that hitting the middle of the pillow would sling it the most, but it looks like it's implemented with two separate slings, and so the middle is just where they meet, and you're not going to sling at all. Something at least from that. No. Okay, nice bonus there. Do you think that on the real table it's a passive rubber? Because this one's definitely slinging. 665, nice. Target. Yeah, it's doing the loud ding every 10 points. I want to at least try to figure out when I get a flipper on it, how do I aim this so that I can actually get points and maybe keep some control. It's a very fleeting opportunity. Like, if I'd flipped that differently, I would still have it. Okay, I hit the... Oh, pops are off again. 641 for SB. I at least hit the bumpers on target briefly. Congratulations on lighting a card. If you light them all, you get a replay. Did it light any other table features when you lit a card? Hey, I matched. Okay, so that is a thing to go for. Alright, one more. Dang. Duh. I want to see a card light. Alright, 2 cards for free. 2 bumpers. Almost got it to a flipper. Hitting in the middle, I guess if you go down the middle, you're still probably losing it. Yeah, feel free to move on to the next one when you want, but I'm kind of determined here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is one form of progress to make on this table, and I hope I make it sometime. Whoa, we're up there! What do you mean by roll the machine in this case? Ah. Yeah, well, yeah, go, just do that, of course. Just score 2,000 points. Ah. But yeah, it kind of shows how much control I don't have. I wonder if I can get that, different lighting scheme again. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Not nice. Yeah, it kind of shows how much control I don't have, that, like, every game I'm scoring between, like, the high 400s and low 600s. It just all averages out. Oh, no, I almost saved that. Lit 10? Oh, which lit 10, though? It... Oh! So it's like spelling ransom on, Black Knight 2000. Got it. That makes it at least conceivable. You can see 4 lit cards and say, hey, maybe I'll get a free game. Nice. Nice, 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 I lit a 10! Is this doing the same chime for hundreds as it does for tens? But now, as long as I plunged into the center, which I've been somewhat reliable at, and then I failed at it, then I get 100 points on the plunge. Well, but that was a good score because I got the cards. All right, one more. No, that one spot on the sling. Just doing its sling thing. In a sense, you know, the point of a sling is to aim the ball at the out lane. Oh, saved that a little bit. This is the last ball, though. Yeah, no, okay, one more. Ah. Okay, we got bumpers on. Nope. All right, then. All right, next table, we've got another new mechanism and another infuriating flipper gap. It is Gottlieb's Swing Along. I typed Wayne name to the wrong place. That's not the pinball table name. Swing Along. There we go. That's really dark. I'm going to turn up the lights on it. Let's try this. Maybe it's just going to be super dark. All right. So, for the first time in this series, we get the goal of lighting a spinner and ripping it. So this one has a more reasonable table angle. Sorry about the lighting being just very, very dark. And the table image is blurry. But reasonable table angle. You have a very small complaint about Deadpool pinball. Is it Lil Deadpool? Don't go down the middle. Come on. Don't go down the middle. Alright. So clearly how I plunge is going to be very important. Right, if I get it, like if I plunge as short as possible. Ooh, good score. Did he spin a spinner? In a way that mattered? Okay. I'm sure. I'm hitting some targets that are not lit. Got some lit bumpers. Alright, going down a side lane lights a spinner, or as they call it, a swinging target. So let's see if I can spin that saxophone. Ah, no! Okay, so those side lanes are very important. Both because they light a spinner, and because those are the lanes that are not aimed at the center. The pop staying lit between games sounds like a VPX bug, doesn't it? Hey, hi, Dragon. Now, is it a lighting bug or a rules bug? Like, is it actually scoring 10 points? Alright, we've hit a thing. Unfortunately, it's the center spinner, which is super dangerous, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Good spin. Yeah, so that seems like a rules bug. Well, I don't see anything we can do about that, so let's just play on and have the bumpers worth progressively more points. Oh. Yeah, we got a lane. Oh, right. Wonder how it decides what spinner to light. Go. Different spinner lit. Okay. Dang. Okay, down the side lane. Ah! If I hadn't flinched there, I would probably still have the ball. Yes. Mm. All right. I ripped that spinner a couple times. 1103. Everything resets when you drain after lighting all 4 colors. Yeah, so that's either a bug in the script or just a bad mechanism in the table. Like a... I kind of wonder which it is. It's gonna, yep, okay, dang, there goes my points. Alright, I hit too many targets, I'm not allowed to have points anymore. Oh, wild. All right. Okay, that felt like the kind of plunge that's been getting me in trouble. Yup, yeah, it sure was. I'm gonna see if a full plunge ends up someplace safe. It ends up in the 20 lane, but that could be safer. Well, I'm just all over the place now, so who knows? Full plunge worked out for me pretty well. But now it's gonna roll down that, and then it's gonna go down the drain. Try another full plunge and see if something like that happens again. Alright. I think full plunging is not the answer. Let's do an almost full plunge. Just in terms of the shape of things, the worst thing that happens is when I hit one of those pegs between the spinners. And maybe I need to nudge it off of those pegs as a way of just encouraging something other than the bad thing to happen. Alright, got some nice spin. Good. No, I thought it was a good plunge, but no. I think I got to apply the idea of nudging it off those pegs this time. Well, I guess something different happened, but it was also bad. It was the outlane. Oh. Ah. Yeah, that's probably right. So maybe I shouldn't be trying to skill shot the 50? Especially if I had green lit, which I don't. Yeah, that does seem good, doesn't it? No, now in the 30 lane, we're just gonna drop it on that peg, and then it's gonna be all over. Okay, one more. Hey, green's lit. That's good. Oh. Just as it goes through the spinner. You know, I might play another game and try that. Good strat. Hmm. Ah. Let's see if I can figure out that nudge technique. Ah. 50, 50, yeah. Different kind of 50 because it's the lit out lane. Okay. And they don't lit everything, of course. Alright. Got a spinner lit. Maybe I'll get the ball back? No, I will not. Oh, I still have another ball. Nope, could not nudge it to the opposite flipper. But that's my high score. Alright, that is halfway through the plan for this stream. I'm going to do another ad break. I'm going to make sure the ad breaks happen between tables, then that makes sure that the ads don't happen spontaneously during a table. Yeah, you notice what that interstitial was? Move your car. Oh, I shouldn't switch yet. We still got ads.
Take your million and scram.
I like the DMD animations and stuff. Because I love just how they keep getting more and more excessive. Alright. So, we're back from ads. We've got Gottlieb Sweethearts. And stumbled across an important fact about this table on IPDB. It says this is Gottlieb's last table with a gobble hole. The time for gobble holes is almost over.
Choose wisely, you must.
Hey, Mr. Saturn Dude. The time for pinball tables where you light up playing cards, however, is going strong. Lighting up the playing cards, according to the rules card, this is all about scoring replays. If you light ace through 10, or 9 through 6, or 5 through 2, if you light any row of them, then you light a special spot. And then to collect your special, you shoot the gobble hole. If you light all cards, then all rollovers score replays. That's a lot. Probably because it would be so hard to do. And then presumably the cards also light up these extra spots on the targets. Well, gobbled. Thinking about the next episode, I'm going to try to post the tables that I'm considering even more in advance. I'm going to drop the Discord link. This is Cats in My Discord. We've got a channel for pinball, we've got a channel specifically for Silver Ball Century, and a bunch of other channels. Might ask for input on which tables to do for 64, because so far I've kind of been taking what we can get to put together an episode, with the tables being a little sparse. As we get farther into the 60s, we're going to have choices. And, we don't necessarily have to play tables that are bad or badly implemented. But important to figure out which ones are the good ones. In this Thanksgiving episode, we have a gobble hole. Alright, so 10 points for each lighted spot. That doesn't seem worth it. that we've lit up these targets for 30 or 40 points, but they're still terribly unsafe targets to shoot for. But I seem to have scored a replay. Somehow. For 500 points, that's how I scored a replay. It's a very low replay score. Which I think is actually one of the trends we see in Lizardman76's VPX designs. They tend to have very low replay scores. Those are configurable with, you know, the wiring of the table. And then you'd put in a different card in the apron based on what replay scores you chose. So hitting a lit lane is giving me 10 points. They're just always 10 points, right? The answer to how do you score high on this table might be 10 points at a time. And try to end every ball in the gobble hole, but not too soon, which is, you know... If you have enough control to decide whether it goes into the gobble hole or not, that is a bit of a tricky decision. We've got a slinglet for 10 points now. Ah. In the 500-point replay, I get to keep playing this game on 1 nickel. Okay, I have a strategy thought, which is I'm going to aim for the gobble hole, because it's a better way to drain. To the extent that I have a choice, I'm going to aim at the gobble hole. And maybe I hit it and get 100 points and drain, and maybe I don't. I wonder if aiming at the gobble hole means aiming at the sling. 930. Nice score. Well, I just had the sling put it into the gobble hole for me. Of course, now this thing's just juggling it back and forth into the out lane like you'd normally expect a sling to do. Whatever I did to get 10-point slings, that's the real strat. Outlanes, light slings. Oh wow. Every way of trying to improve the point scoring of this table involves losing the ball. But yeah, a direct flip from the flipper has not been putting it in the gobble hole. So I don't know, maybe it just takes pure luck to get in the gobble hole. 962. Oh. I have heard of Queen of Diamonds, I think. Yeah, is there no VPX? Because I know that I've actually competed on it, but it was not an original Queen of Diamonds. It was like a remake from 2010, but they just remade... Like, they remade the EM table. It even had, it even still had the Gottlieb logo on it, but it was Dutch pinball, I think. Oh, King of Diamonds is a different table. Okay, right. I don't know which one is Queen of Diamonds then. Diamond Monarchy has gone too far. However, the Hearts Monarchy is very sweet. I've got a special spot lit. I lit some cards, so never mind. Never mind. I'm in the drain now. Alright, one more. Tell me about Queen of Diamonds. My one more game is not going well so far. Nice, nice, nice. Sounds kind of like Big Casino, which was last stream. Retro Pinball of York, Pennsylvania, not Dutch Pinball. Right, okay. 55 units produced, but they had one at Flippers in the Outer Banks. That's rare. Wow. Get back to the table list. So, if these tables have been frustrating and uncontrollable, and you're looking forward to something different, I have terrible news for you, because what's next is Gottlieb's Gigi, which has way too many pop bumpers. I had my pinball spreadsheet of like all the ones that I played from the previous Silver Ball century and like a one-line reaction to them so that I could look back at it and people could look at that if they were gonna like choose a pinball table in a raffle, like choose a pinball table for me to play in a raffle or something. And my comment for Gigi was just in all capital letters, "Do you like pop bumpers?" Pretty sure it's got one more pop bumper than Slick Chick. I tried Slick Chick, it was not working well. The VPX of Slick Chick. Yeah, exactly. Like, the redeemable thing about Slick Chick is the target that lights the entire word slick or chick for you, and that target was just impossible to hit. You know what? I have to stand corrected. Some of these are not, most of these are not pop bumpers, are they? Most of these are dead bumpers. Just a lot of bumpers. And you know, we've got this sexy clown theme going on. Just to remind you that pinball is fun and sexy. We've got special when lit on the playfield here. Those seem like very small pop bumpers. They are popping. Rules card says that your goal is to light either all of the red bumpers or all of the yellow bumpers. If you hit one, it turns the corresponding numbered one off. Can't imagine how it would be possible to intentionally hit all the yellows, so presumably you have to hit all the reds. If you do, it scores in advance, which is a bonus 100 points at the end of the game. Didn't count my nickel for that. Put in another one. Okay, so it starts with 1357 lit on red and 246 on yellow. Ah. The slings are, of course, very well aimed at the out lane. Ah. Okay, hit a 7. Hey! Scored in advance. Also, the special is lit. Nope. Brain fart there. Hey for Kong. Yeah, like, the narrative that I would be tempted to go with is that Gottlieb was, like, coasting on top of the pinball world for the 50s. That if you wanted a playable pinball machine that wasn't just gambling nonsense, you probably wanted a Gottlieb. And now it's the 60s, and Bally and Williams are actually, like, doing new things. And Gottlieb is, you know, still doing their same thing, and just people buy a lot of Gottlieb tables. They're like, hey, we can make these tables earn more revenue by making it seem like there's a goal that you can get, but also making them really difficult to control. I don't know if I'm going anywhere with this narrative, because Gottlieb is on top of the pinball world for pretty much through the 70s. If I had flipped that ball better, then I would have been able to get the advance. Yep. But you know, they did add spinners. Alright, that's an advance. And then it resets the targets when you drain. Wow. That's a high... Oh, nope. Caroline takes the high score, 727. Nice. Is that, like, multiple advances? I feel like scoring advances is, like, the way to get ahead in score here. Because everything else is pop bumpers or draining or maybe hitting the 50-point targets. That's true. I should simply choose to drain in the better place. Ah. Ah. So, yeah. One thing going on is pinball companies at this point have a dilemma that, like, if they make a game that's too controllable, then people will figure out an optimal way to play it. And to prevent that from happening, you need to have, you know, complex mechanisms that both make the game more complicated to implement, make it more expensive, make it harder to understand. Or you could just add a lot of chaos, like pop bumpers everywhere. And I think we started seeing this happen even in the 30s and 40s, though we didn't really see it very much through VPX, because basically there was a lot of really clever designs that we saw in the early 30s, and, you know, more of them that I saw at Expo. And then bumpers were invented. And pinball got a lot worse when bumpers were invented. And then those tables are the ones that people don't bother to preserve as much. Do one more on this. Now, like, the unpredictability and physical randomness is a very important part of pinball. But, yeah, there's definitely the sentiment that, like, these are not tables you would seriously compete on because of the fact that, like, they are too chaotic. And, you know, making up for the bumpers thing, you know, player control did show up. We got flippers. Flippers are important. 561. All right, I think that is enough. That is enough evil, sexy clown, and enough pop bumpers. Get back to the table list. One more table. It's Bally's Starjet. With sensational new Blast Off Extra Balls feature. Can't quite read the details on that flyer, and I'm wondering if what they're talking about with their Extra Balls feature is multiball. Yeah, I think you've got the same slick chick that I tried. Thank you. There we go. All right. So yeah, there has been multi-ball before on Bally's Balls A-Poppin' in 56. But This is the first one with a ball lock leading to multi-ball. So if you put a ball in one of those blast-off saucers, or both of them, and then you hit any trigger, I believe, then it'll release the balls and score 50 points, which is considered enough of a motivation for multi-ball. On one of the saucers. Oh yeah, it's true. New table designer, Ted Zale. I don't remember what else Ted Zale has designed. Incidentally, the table angle and the physics feel pretty good, which is what I would expect from board making VPX. One of these times I'll manage to plunge a blast-off hole. Shouldn't be that hard, right? Once again, punished for trying to cradle the ball. Oh yeah, I like the Wiggler. I think Rocket 3 is terrible, don't get me wrong. I enjoy it, but I think it's terrible. Alright, let's try to get a multi-ball this time. Yeah, you're right, I like 4 million BC also. Whereas Rocket 3 was on my list of, there we go, my list of best VPXs of the worst machines. Oh right, finally scoring, finally getting some potential multi-ball. And here we go, we are blasting off. We only blast off one of them at a time, interesting. That's... Oh, it's trigger 1 versus trigger 2, and the center target is the one that triggers both. Okay. Yeah. Even though I had a completely demoralizing experience competing on Fireball in a Classics tournament, Fireball's pretty great for what it is. There we go, 3 balls for a moment. 685. I didn't score as many points, even though I got multi-ball. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm gonna play it when it comes up in 72. Absurd center spinner and all. Oh, come on, get in the saucer. And maybe that is the time and place. This is not the most satisfying ball lock, given, like, you basically have to plunge it in. There's those pegs below to make it not, to make there be no straight shot to lock a ball from below. Oh, I matched. Oh, okay. I'll take a center lane and a blast off lock. And so they gotta have this big blinking shoot again light, with this being a two-player game where you can lock a ball, and otherwise it would be confusing whose turn it is. Dang. Ah. Oh, well. $720, nicely done. Oh, better than I've done. No, no, my first game went really well, despite the no multi-ball, actually. That's right. Improve my score. $856, nicely done. Ah. Oh. Oh, this is a 10-cent game. We should probably start putting in 10 cents per game. Let me, account for that. Oh, so yeah, they're definitely going for an off-brand Jetsons theme, aren't they? Alright, let's make it an even $2. And try one more. What is the fun and interesting thing? Boop. Oh, I tilted. I was really trying to nudge it sideways to see if it could get into a saucer. Tilt ends game. All right. Tilt ends game in a two-player game? Oh, wait. I think I saw this. Is the tilt ends game for just that player? And then it just becomes like a one-player game if you tilt in a two-player game? I've got some lit. Oh. A different amount, and maybe I'll end up in a saucer. No? Oh, that is wild. Okay. That is interesting. The game's kind of calibrating its difficulty or the generosity of its scoring to try to balance out the number of specials that are scored. That game was terrible and I've got a ball locked, so I'm going to do one more. That's super cool. That Harvest isn't one we can see next week. Shoot. Wait, release it at least? No? No! Ah! Alright, well, that ball's just gonna stay locked then. Well, that was 1963. Some kind of rough uses of new pinball features. And again, like, we got a lot of options when it comes to 64 and 65 and onward, and so I'm going to try to sort out in the Discord which ones we should cover. Put up the music credits. Still got this title music, royalty-free music from Music by Pedro, and the other ones I was just using the music from Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah, and sorry that I was scatterbrained tonight. We got some pinball.
I would assume, yeah, it's like Beast Lab,
Oh, yeah.
Beast.
Yeah, let's head over to Laserlost for more pinball. He is playing new code on the Uncanny